So hello everyone, today we are going to learn how to plot polar plots in Scilab. So before going into that, so let us first look at the help browser to see the syntax of the polar plot in Scilab. So what I did it, I just open the help browser and write the polar plot here, click on this, and then I am getting this page on the right hand side window which writes the syntax of the polar plot. So the simplified syntax of the polar plot is, we will write polar plot gives the value of theta and RHO. So theta is basically clear from its name, it is the angle, and RHO basically represents a vector containing the radius values. So two important things must be kept in mind. The first thing is the RHO and theta must be of the same size. So for example, if the radius vector contains 100 elements, then theta should also contain 100 elements. They must be of the same size. Second thing is theta must be in radian. Okay, so theta must be in radian. Now how we will plot the polar plot, how we will give the value of theta and radius. Okay, so for that I have written a code here, so I will explain this code by line. CLC and clear, we know that they are used to clear the screen and the memory of the Scilab. Now I have given a command x is equal to linspace 0, 2 pi, 100. So this command will uniformly create an array which contains uniformly spaced values within the range 0 to 2 pi, and since I have given 100, so 100 values will be chosen. So the x vector will contain 100 equally spaced values within the range 0 to 2 pi. Now for the theta, let us give theta is equal to, I will choose sine 3 star x. So when I put x, since x varies from 0 to 2 pi, so it will take values, theta will take values +1 to -1. So -1 to +1 or +1 to -1, these are the values of theta. Okay, in between there may be 98 values of, so the theta will contain 100 values, minimum will be -1 and maximum will be +1. Similarly, when I give RHO is equal to cos 3 star x, now this will give the value of radius, and this will also contain the values from -1 to +1, and total number of values will be 100. Now I will remove this with theta comma RHO. Now let us plot this graph by executing the code. So we can see this is the polar plot, and theta varies from 0 to 360 and the radius varies from -1 to +1. So in terms of radian, we have given value in terms of radian, but here we are getting the answer in terms of the degree. Okay, so theta varies from -1 to +1 in terms of radian, and radius also varies from -1 to +1 in terms of data space unit. So it is, we can take 0 to 1. So on the upper side 0, 0.2 up to 1, and on the downside it will be again same, because radius cannot be negative. Negative side basically represents the below the y-axis. Okay, so upper side will means radius is positive, downside radius will be negative, and absolute value will be 1. So now let us change this 3. So let us mark this as 5, and again let us plot. Let's see, we get, so there will be a change in the value. Now let us keep this as 3 only and mark this as 5, and again we will plot. So we can see this is how what I getting, and this graph clearly shows that the number of data points, which is 100, is very less, and that's why we are getting some discrete type graph. Continuity is not that much there, so we will increase the number of data points from 100 to 1000, so we will get a continuous graph or continuous plot. So let's see, here we can see when I increase the data points from 100 to 1000, the graph has become a very smooth and continuous. Okay, no steps are there. So we can change again from 5 to 10. Let's see what happens. Number of branches keeps on increasing, as you can see, and now this time instead of increasing this, I will increase the graph value of this. So I will increase up to 10. So let's see, this time this graph is, So depending upon the values of theta and radius, the polar plot will be different, and in order to plot the polar plot, we will use the command polar plot in the Scilab. So this is a very simple code, approximately only 7 to 8 lines. CLC and clear are the two commands which are present everywhere. It is not necessary to write this command, but we wrote for the safer side. Okay, so this is the polar plot, you can see, and you can save this as export. So the window will appear, give the name and select the file type. There are so many file types are there, and click on save. The file will be saved. So this is how we can plot a polar plot. If anyone needs any on-demand video on the Scilab, feel free to ask me in the comment. We will try to provide as soon as possible. Thank you.